Hey Mount Vernon, Steve here. I want to share with you a tool that you can use to teach the kids Bible truths and doctrines. You know, when my boys were little, I came upon a little booklet, and it was Children's Catechism, which is a series of questions and answers of scripture references. And what you do is you'll ask the question, and your children will give you the answers. And so there's 130 questions that are there. Now, the way this worked when we were doing it together, I would ask them the questions, I would give them the answer, and then I would repeat the question, they would give the answer back to me. And so that's how we learned it. We learned it by rote. And so this is what I'm suggesting to you. You can take this tool, there's 130 questions, and you begin starting off by asking the first question. You give them the answer, then you ask them the question again, they give you the answer back. Now, if they get it wrong, you give them the answer again. And you keep on doing that until they're giving you the correct answer. So you start with the first question. And so I would, to my boys, now I had two boys at the time, I think at that time that I got the catechism, they were, I think, 6 and 4. There was a little bit of competition that also went on with this, which was a lot of fun. And so I would ask the question, and they would try to be the first to answer. And so I'll just go over like 4 of the questions to begin with. The first one is, who made you? And they would say, God. And then the second question, what else did God make? God made all things. And then the third question is, why did God make you in all things? They would say, for His own glory. The fourth question is, how can you glorify God? And that was by loving Him and doing what He commands. And so you would continue to do that. And so we started off with the first question. If they got it right, then we moved on to the second question. Let's say they didn't get the second question right. I would give them the answer. I would ask them the question again. They would give me the right answer. But I would go back to first question and I would begin again. We would go as far as we could. And so you don't pile all of this on them all at one time. You don't try to get all 130 within just a month. This was a long process. And so, but it's a fun time of being together. Now, we did it in the evening time. We would do it right before they would go to bed. And so that was kind of the last thing. We'd get them ready. They would be prepared. We'd go into the room, so it was very private. And we would sit down and we'd just have fun. And that's the main thing, is you're learning also along with your children, because there's a lot of doctrine that is here. But the main thing is, after about maybe a year, they've got 130 questions that they can answer. Let's say they're at school and they hear somebody say something and they know it's wrong because of these questions. And they can give the answer, they can explain, and there's also scripture references, and I've actually put the scripture on there. So after they've learned actually the answer to the question, the next level would be to go back to number 1 and have them memorize the scripture. And then do that maybe the next year. So this is a great tool of you just having some good fellowship, spiritual fellowship, teaching your children doctrine. And so I hope that you could take this, you could download it from the website. You can run that off. Josh is going to create an app that you can have on your phone. You can use that, just pulling up your phone, going over it. So you could actually have your phone with that app, with the questions on there, and just kind of scroll through using this with your kids. I hope this would be a great tool. It's a wonderful time to do this with your kids. We had a ball, and my boys loved it. So I pray that you could take and use this to your benefit. Thank you.